Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is an interesting story. Undoubtedly, you have seen this picture that getting ready to show you. This is a picture of Robert Downey Jr. And not too long ago, I think it's about 10 weeks ago, and it kind of shocked people. So people saw this and they were kind of surprised. And as a result, some people started to comment about Robert Downey Jr. and his vegan diet that he's gone on. In 2020, Downey Jr. revealed that he was transitioning to a plant-based diet during the premiere of his animal-centric film, Dr. Dolittle. Now you can see, again, this is the article that this was from. In 2020, Downey Jr. revealed he was transitioning to a plant-based diet. Talks about things that he's investing in, like dairy-free cheese. No, thank you. I don't know about that. And talking about the meat-free meat. So plant-based meats, plant-based cheese. This is just an article on Veg News. You can go out there and find this for yourself. And it talks about, from that article, when he actually was going to go vegan. And you can see the premiere of Dr. Dolittle, for full transparency, was in January 17th of 2020. So there's been a lot of back and forth on this. There's been other YouTubers that have covered this, and specifically there was a photo that was published, a comparison photo, and that was this photo here. Now, of course, this garnered a lot of attention from the vegans. So you could say maybe the anti-vegans or people who were just concerned and wondering if the vegan diet is really that healthy. Why the big change here in Robert Downey Jr. in the last couple of years? Well, if we're being honest, this is actually a 14-year difference right here. And the vegans who pointed this out are right. It's not a fair comparison to say, look at how much he's changed over the last 2 years and then show a picture of 14 years difference. So I thought, well, you know what I should do? I should go back and look through Robert Downey Jr.'s Instagram, and I'm going to compare photos of him from after he was vegan to photos of him from before he was a vegan. So I'm going to show you a series of photos, and I want you to make up your own mind about this, and you tell me what you think. But this is going to cover from about 1,100 days, so 3 years before Robert Downey Jr. went vegan, and then it's going to cover the last 900 days up to basically current time since he went vegan. How much do you think he aged in the 3 years plus before going vegan versus how much he aged in the 3 years, almost 3 years since going vegan? And that's really what we want to look at here. So without further ado, let's get started and take a look at this. This should be interesting. So, what did you think of that? How well do you think Robert Downey Jr. has aged in the, say, 3 years prior to going vegan versus the 3 years after going vegan? And what do you think of the last year specifically? Now, my opinion is that it looks like the last year has been a little rough. And I think he's aged more in the last year than he did in the 5 years before that, including his vegan and non vegan period. To me, it looks like he hit a wall. It looks like he started depleting nutrients in his body, possibly when he went vegan. And after about 2 years, he hit that wall, and it just looks like his body has started to turn on itself a little bit. Looks like he's lost a lot of muscle, in my opinion. When we just look at and he looks like he's aged a whole lot. When I look at the last year specifically, and when I look at these last few things that he's posted to Instagram, it's pretty shocking to me. You're going to have a hard time convincing me that veganism and vegetarianism is the diet of longevity with stuff like this. And again, just looking old and frail here. It reminds me of my grandfather, right? This reminds you of a grandparent. Now I get that Robert Downey Jr. is old, but he didn't look like this 5 years ago. He didn't look like this 3 years ago, even. That's when he went vegan, was right about, not quite 3 years ago, 900 days ago. So 900 days ago, he didn't look like this. And the 300, the 900 days before that, the 1,000 days before that, he didn't look like this. And just within the last year, this is what he looks like. Now, to me, maybe he doesn't look too bad here. He looks like he's swimming in this outfit a little bit, though. So maybe he's lost a lot of weight. I don't know. Again, I think it looks like he's lost a lot of weight. Maybe he's lost muscle mass. It looks like he's lost muscle mass, but I can't be sure. That's what I'm thinking, though. And so, personally, I would say I would hope that maybe he could try to change up his diet a little bit, and if he can find a vegan or vegetarian protein option that allows him to build some muscle, and that's great. He should do that, and he should start strength training. And if not, then I think he needs to abandon this, because it doesn't look healthy in the long term for me. What do you think, though? Do you think he looks good? Do you think he doesn't look like he's aged too badly in the last year? Comment down below. In my opinion, it doesn't look good to me. So, look, if you want to keep smashing the narrative, then smash the like and smash the subscribe button, because we are just getting started. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.